All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. Tesla news. Yes, I've been posting more content on Tesla on this channel. I post to my car channel. It's just a different vibe on the other car channel. They're all about muscle cars, and so I keep it about my muscle cars over there. And then Teslas are tech cars. It's software based. So why not discuss it over here on my tech channel? So let's get into this. Recently, my current lineup with EVs is a Tesla Model 3 2023. Rear wheel drive, and then the new 2024 long range all wheel drive that I recently picked up, the 24 model. So um, let's talk about first. Let's tackle this once again with this interesting conversation about the 0.99% interest rate. So if you don't know, this is going on until the month of June, basically. On May 31st, it ends. Now, we don't know if Tesla's going to bring this promotion back or not. So anyone telling you otherwise, they're saying yes, we don't know. No one knows. All we know is that there's a good interest rate going on right now, and tons of people are qualifying for it. And congratulations to those people that actually qualified for it. Now, I've been getting questions lately about this. What is your credit score? So, as you know, I got the 0.99% on the Model Y, the 24 Model Y, and I didn't put any money down. Everything was rolled into the loan, and I did 72 months. The payment is $680 a month, and that is a phenomenal payment it's free. It's free money. It's just a freebie if you want a Model Y. Now, you don't have to go the route that I went with the all-wheel drive all-wheel drive long range. You could do the rear wheel drive long range. I personally just didn't want to wait. And I didn't want the performance model because the range is only 280 miles. And of that, you won't always get anything close to that with that performance because you're going to be hitting it. So, and there's another reason why I didn't get the performance model. I didn't want two performance cars. So I just got the long range all-wheel drive specifically because it was available right away. And it was the same spec that I ordered in the rear wheel drive long range. And I didn't want to wait. I was told it might be end of June, maybe July for that to come in. So I said, you know what? If you got the spec, change my VIN, and they gave me a new VIN right away. And I picked the car up a couple of days later after it went through PDI and everything. And everything was finalized with all the paperwork. So to get this 0.99, it is more than just good credit. Let's just be clear on that. Anyone can have a great credit score. Anyone can have a great credit score, but you could have a horrible debt to ratio. Your debt to income could be really bad. And I've seen this before. Those are some of the key factors, by the way. Having a good credit score, yes. You need to have a good payment history on auto loans and your credit, period. My payment history on my credit report says excellent, with the highest, exceptional, whatever it is all green. It's a go. I have not missed a payment in over 30 years on anything on my credit. When I was younger, obviously, I didn't care about credit. But once I realized how valuable credit could be, I started taking care of my business. So you need to have an exceptional payment history on your credit, along with that good credit score that people often talk about. And then also you need to have income. I've noticed, I think based on some of the questions that I'm getting in the comment section of those other Tesla videos, there's a lot of young drivers that have never purchased a car before, or there's just people that are just not educated on how to buy a car. Now, I'm not a car expert. I'm not the guy that's on here posting a bunch of car content. Again, this is a tech channel, and I do smartphones and tablets and just anything tech, laptops. But the Tesla is a tech car. So I felt like I needed to follow up again. I don't mind answering your questions. I mean, why not? So it's more than just having a good credit score. You need to have that exceptional payment history. You need to have a good history, period. You need to have a long enough history. There's so many things that go into buying a car, or I guess I should say being considered well qualified to get certain things. Now, but I think a lot of people get confused about just having a good credit score, and they think they're going to get approved. There are a few people out there that said, hey, I qualified, but like I have a good credit score, but I didn't get the zero down. They made me put money down, or I didn't qualify for the 0.99. They offered me 2.99 at 84 months or something like that, because that is another promotion. 2.99 at 84 months is another promotion that Tesla is offering. You just hear more people talking about the 0.99 because it's just such a good deal. It's ridiculous. Who wouldn't take this? Especially if you're in the market for a Model Y. Yeah, this is just the way to go. If you know your credit score and you know your income and you know your debt to ratio, you know you can get approved for this. By all means, get it. It's a freebie. Now, I chose to do zero down because when I buy depreciating assets, I don't want to put any money into them if I don't have to. So that is why I chose zero down. Because a car, as good as this deal is, it is a depreciating asset. I'm fully aware that the value of Teslas have changed. I'm fully aware of this. People like to remind us because they think people stopping by Tesla videos think that everyone's this big time Tesla enthusiast. Well, I'm really not. I just like having an EV, and that's just what it is. And I probably will have any EV for that matter. But the reality is, this is a great deal. And if you can qualify for it, you are going to be very happy with the outcome. You're going to have, and you can, anyway, back to down payments. I chose to do zero down. There are people who put 10,000 down. There are people who said they got approved for the 0.99, but they had to put down $4,400. I don't know. Your situation is going to be your situation. Can't stress that enough. Just because you have good credit or a good credit score doesn't mean you have the best credit situation going on. It just doesn't. You could have too many cars in your name. I don't. I may have a lot of cars, but I don't have a bunch of cars financed. No flex at all. But I choose to pay for cars the way I want. If I get offered a stupid rate, like 6%, and I shouldn't say stupid. Again, when you talk to people who have been serious about their credit and they work to keep it clear, we do want the best rate. We don't want to take a 6%, or 5% or 4%. We don't want those rates because we feel like, why should we get the same rates as all these other people with bad credit when we're actually trying to take care of our credit? And people with bad credit typically get 9 or above. But sometimes people with low credit scores can get the 0.99. I saw one comment say in another video that is their score was 660 and they got the 0.99. Congratulations. Their score might have been 660, but maybe they didn't have a lot of debt, and that 660 was considered great because they had big income, or they had a lot of money down. It could have been anything. So this promotional rate that's going on ends on May 31st of 2024. If you don't get it, if you apply and don't get the 0.99, they're going to shoot you a different offer. And if you don't take it, you just lose your $250. You go into this wanting to buy a model. You don't go in it just because you're just trying to see if you can get it. You need to be going into this because you need the car. You're a serious buyer and you can afford to pay for it. All these things play a part, folks. So you can't just go into it using YouTube as your form of support. I can't stress this enough. Some of the questions that I'm getting, you guys should be asking Tesla directly, son. You shouldn't be asking me. All I'm doing is telling you what happened, telling you the advantages of what I went through and how I got the deal and everything. And that's pretty much it. And you'll see a lot of people in the comment section who also got approved. This is a celebration. It's a good deal. Now, some of you guys are saying, some people are saying, oh, this smoke and mirrors, it's a scam. I don't know how these people feel like it's a scam. And I said in the other video, most situations you can't have it both ways. Classic example right here. The 2024 Ioniq 6 is a beautiful car. And I would park one in the garage in a heartbeat. But here's where the difference comes with versus buying the Tesla. So I went to check out an Ioniq 6. They have $7,500 off of that price. Or $2,500 off. You're going to say, well, what's the difference in the two? If you take the $7,500, they give you a 6% rate if you're well qualified. 6.14 or something like that. If you want $7,500 off, making the car $39,000. If you don't want to take the $7,500, you get $2,500 off. And then they open up things like 2.9%, 4.4%, things like that. So is that smoke and mirrors? No, it's just a part of the game. You can't have everything. And I say that to say this: Tesla used to have big discounts in their inventory, but once they partner with these banks, these credit unions who are doing these 0.99% loans, they said, we're going to make our money. The credit union has to say, we got to make something. There's a kickback when you finance. Most of the time, it's about 2%, which means money's going to be made. Even though they have these low interest rates, people are getting paid. These companies are all together. Tesla's making money. The companies are making money. May not be a lot of money, but it's money. And it's a lot when it's a high volume. So when it's a lot of people that do this loan, I would love to see the figures of everyone that over the world, because the Model Y is the best selling vehicle in the world, not just the United States, in the world. In the first quarter of this year, I think Tesla sold just under 400,000 vehicles, and they produced just over 400,000 vehicles. They're selling a lot of vehicles. So people say, oh, Tesla's stock and Tesla's falling and Tesla's going over. That you're just trying to be in the news and you just want the view on YouTube. Basically, that's the way I feel about people who do that. Keep posting these same videos just with the title to get you to click in, and then they don't cover anything because they don't know, because they're not journalists, and so on and so on. Here, I'm just telling you straight facts. You can go fact check all of this. Just go to Tesla's website. You'll see their numbers of sales and things like that. So the Model Y, with it being the best-selling car in the world for how long now, that speaks volumes. And so, yeah, let's agree on one thing. Tesla may be, I don't think Tesla's desperate per se when they're leading the pack in sales. I think it's more of they have a inventory they want to get rid of and they want to make more money as well. So let's partner and let's push this out for 2 weeks to see how this goes. Now, what I would like to see is the 0.99 offered on the Model 3, because the Model 3 does not qualify for the $7,500 tax credit anymore, only if you get the performance version. Yeah. And then with that, the new 2024 Performance Model 3 came out. It was officially for sale last month. At the end of last month, it was announced and went on sale, and orders skyrocketed. For the people who are getting their car this month or at the beginning of June or anytime during June, congratulations. Congratulations, because my order is pushed all the way back. And I got in there 2 days after it went live. That's when I ordered my Performance Model 3. Cat's out the bag. I do have a Performance Model 3 on order, and the date got pushed back. It got pushed back. So I'm not worried about that because I'm in the process of selling some of the ICE vehicles to make room for that car. And then I also have an EV out there. I have 2 more EVs here. I got a Model 3 already here that's not going anywhere. And then I got the Model Y that's here because, those are just good rates. So the Model 3 Performance is the only one of the Model 3 at the recording of this video that qualifies for the EV tax credit. Why Tesla's doing that, I don't know. Don't really care. I'm just looking for the best deal. So if in fact, by the time my car gets here and they're offering any kind of promotional rate, because the current rates on the Model 3 are, okay, they're not horrible. They're just not to my standards because most of the other cars I get are 3 or less when financing. So, and that's just my situation, period, but I'm looking for the best deal. And if I can't get, if by the time my car, I'm hoping my car comes before August, whatever the date says, or July. As recording this video, we're still in May. We're heading towards the end of May. We have like another 10 days or so, and May is over, and this promotion for the 0.99 on the Model Y appears to come to an end, according to Tesla's website. But if you're waiting on the 24 Performance Model 3 and you didn't order in the first few days like I did, you're going to be waiting a long time. The orders on the Performance Model 3 are ridiculous, I'm hearing. Also, the Performance Model 3 has gotten 2 price increases already. They're $1,000 increments, but what that does is, Tesla's kind of shuffling the board with the Performance Model 3 because of how good that car is going to be, and then the pricing. That is such a good bargain if you're into performance, period. I mean, the range is nice, 296. The performance outperforms nearly every performance sedan on the market, and some performance two-door cars. I mean, it is one of the best performance cars you could possibly be looking for, which is why I didn't want a performance Model Y, because I don't want two performance vehicles like that. I'd rather have some kind of range on the performance on the Model Y, which is why I got the long range. And still has tons of power. I've upgraded it. I've done the accelerator boost. If you haven't seen the video, I've done the accelerator boost and boosted it now to 4.2 seconds, 0 to 60. But that's just something I did because I had the credits to do it, and I wasn't going to pay $2,000 for it. But having that accelerator boost on there is a good thing. So again, folks, all the questions that you could possibly ask, I think you should really direct them towards Tesla, because people online really can't give you the answers that you're looking for. I can give you a broad, a real vague, possibly somewhat of a answer that might satisfy your needs. But asking me what my credit score is, asking me what my payment is, I've already gone over that. $680 a month with zero down. I didn't pay anything. I've even, in the other video, also posted my bill for the car, like the loan. And a lot of people missed it, but it's in the video. That's why I'm telling you again here. $680 a month. Some people say, oh, I would never pay over $600 for a car. Well, if you qualify for the 0.99 and you don't want to pay over $600, put some money down. The 0.99, folks, you cannot deny this. It is a great deal. There's no smoke and mirrors. Now, some people are saying, oh, you should have waited for the Juniper. Okay, there is no Tesla Juniper. There's whatever it's called. There's a new Tesla Model Y coming at some point, but I don't care. It's all software based. They're going to make some changes to the next Model Y, probably make it look exactly like the Performance Model 3. But I'm not living for what's not here yet. This 0.99 is a phenomenal deal. And if you're that type of person who is not willing to jump on it now because you think you're going to get something better, Teslas are software based. Okay, yeah, there are some hardware changes, but the 24 Model Y got a hardware change. It's got all the new cameras. It's got the new headlights. It's got some other things they told me. It's got the new carpet, more padding to make it quiet. It's a beautiful ride too. But the new Model Y, if in fact it does come out, it's just going to be a bigger version of the Model 3. The Performance Model 3, the new Model 3 is probably going to look like it in the front. They're going to take away the stocks probably. They're going to do the ambient lighting. It's going to be something like that. That's not enough to make me wait and miss a good deal like 0.99. Now, we also don't know the price of the Model Y as well. What if they leave these current ones in place and then they go ahead and bring out this new Model Y and it costs $10,000 more? They just did this update refresh to the 24 model with subtle changes, but kind of keeping the same body and doing some updates. But that's good enough for me to jump on this deal. I'm not so much worried about something that doesn't even exist yet. We can see all the leaks that we want to, whatever, but I'm not concerned about this new Model Y because it doesn't exist yet. There's no confirmations. So anytime you see someone making a video about something that's coming on the new Model Y, it's just to get you to click on that video and get a view and get the money from you from watching. They don't have any solid information. Spoiler alert, they don't have any solid information. The only time it's real is when you see the actual vehicles being shown on video. And then if you want to click on those videos, like a leak or something of the Model 3, which used to be, people were calling it the Highland. This is a Model 3 though. Those leaks became reality because people started to actually catch them on the road. Those are legitimate leaks. I watched some of them too. But as far as a new Model Y coming and people saying you should have waited, you do what you want to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm not interested in waiting on something that's not here yet or doesn't exist on the thought that I'm going to miss this phenomenal deal. And then it comes and then there's no good deal and I have to pay this ridiculous interest rate if I decide to finance, even though it's just going to be software based. So with that being said, I'm excited for everybody who got the 0.99. If you have a question, I'll try to answer it, but I really recommend you just hit everything towards Tesla. Hit them up. Go to the service centers like I did. Get online, call them, do whatever, put in your information. Get your direct answer from Tesla, not people like me posting online telling you our experience. Now, truth be told, we will have the same experience more than likely if you're in a situation like me where you know you can get it. Or you feel you have a strong chance of getting it, we have something to talk about because there's a lot of people that have been posting saying, hey, I got it. I'm super excited. Thanks for the info. Cool. because that's all this is information. So another topic is people saying, "Oh, you bought into a depreciating car; it's no good after a while." First things first, like one thing I want to point out, you really shouldn't be buying a car based on whether it's going to depreciate, because all vehicles are depreciating assets, with the exception of very few that when you buy it, it's so few of them, those are going to appreciate because it goes into collector status pretty quickly. So again, these are just people talking, that they're just reading what's online. They don't even own a Tesla or whatever. And then they say, oh, Tesla people are this, Tesla people are that. Just ignore those people and keep it pushing, because they really don't add value to the conversation. I'm here to just give my experience and what it's been like. I've owned a Tesla for over a year now. The Model Y is just another addition, but I'm excited. And I didn't buy this Tesla to trade it in a year or whatever. Of course, it's going to depreciate, but we don't know that yet. We don't know how the used market is going to play out until we actually are in it. So I think for those people that are on the fence, I'll say this once again, if you're on the fence about buying the Tesla Model Y right now with the 0.99, you should ask yourself, do I need this car? Why am I buying this car? Am I doing it just because, or are you really interested in a Tesla? Are you trading another Tesla? I've been getting questions like that, like, should I do it? Folks, I don't think you should ask strangers what you should do with your money, per se, uh, because you're going to get the wrong information more than likely. Like, there's a few people out there that said, I want to trade, but I owe 35 and Tesla's offering me 28. What do I do? And what you do is what you think is best financially for you. That sounds like more of an impulse where I just want it just because, or I don't need it. And no shots at these people, because there's not just one, there's tons of people saying, I owe this and Tesla's giving this. What should I do? Well, what you should do is just keep what you have, because the fact of the matter is, I had 2 Tesla Model 3s out there a year ago, and I have one. Now, I tried to price this Model 3 right here, and they were way off. Like, they were offering pennies on the dollar, but it's because of what happened with the Model 3 and the rental company. I won't say their name, but they got flooded, and it was a backfire. And so the Model 3 depreciated pretty fast. And then also the new Model 3 is out, and so that helps for those to depreciate pretty quickly. So I understand that. But I didn't buy the Model Y at this 0.9% rate just because. I really was making moves, because I'm clearing out my ICE vehicles to move all in an EV direction. I'll just say it in this video. I'm moving all in an EV direction and just going full on EV at this point. I don't know if that'll change at any given time. I just don't live for, oh, what if. I'm just living for this second, right? This moment that we have, because that's all we really have. So if you're in the market of buying the Model Y, because this is where the rate is, this is where the promotional rates are, just weigh out your financial situation, whether you can afford it, especially if you're trying to do zero down. And everybody apparently is not being given the option to do zero down. Folks, I got zero down. Several people got zero down. I didn't know that a lot of you guys didn't know that you could do zero down. I did zero down a year ago on those Model 3s. No money out of pocket, just boom, 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 picked it up. I said, no money. Went and picked the car up, ordered and picked it up in a couple days. And that is why I didn't think that would be such a big topic, but I don't put money down on cars, and I didn't put them down on Tesla when I financed. So hopefully this video is a little bit more clear to you, and you learn something new that you can share with other people, and share your experience with your delivery of your Model Y that you picked up for the 0.99. Did you get it? First and foremost, a lot of people in the other video said they got it. Again, congratulations. If you're someone who applied for the 0.99 and didn't get it and was offered something else, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. For the people that didn't get it, I would love to hear from you. And not just about you having a good credit score or whatever. Don't put your personal information on the internet to a certain extent. You don't need to tell people what your credit score is, and definitely don't discuss your income and things like that online. Just keep that private. That's your personal business. So I would suggest that before applying for this, if you really need it or you want to trade or something like that, weigh out your situation. Weigh it out. Just weigh it out and make sure it's something you can afford to do. Because right now, it's not the economy is bad. It's just that the feds have the rates high on everything. And so that is why this is a good deal. Tesla's not blowing smoke or trying to do a trickery, because all you have to do is walk away. If you're not interested, just walk away. Don't even look that way. If you feel like you're getting scammed, walk away. I don't feel like I didn't get scammed, because this is a situation again where 0.99 is just a gimme for people who know how to use credit. It's a gimme. It's a gimme. My interest on the loan over 72 months is $1,400. That's a gimme, folks. And the only reason my payment is $680 is because I chose to do zero everything. I didn't put anything down. Nothing. Nope. Didn't do it. I can afford that $680 a month. Yeah, I can afford that. So I'm living within my means. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people playing catch up or trying to be like. You get yourself in a situation where you're living way outside of your means and you really don't have the funds for it. Or if something happens, you just don't have the money for it and you have to sell it or try to get rid of it. But this Tesla deal is a great deal. I'm not a financial expert. I'm just some guy that posts his opinion online about tech stuff and cars. And, if it aligns with your lifestyle, then cool, let's chat. If it's outside of your means, just keep it pushing. Go on to what you should be buying in the 20s or $15,000 or a used car, whatever. Stay in your lane. I'm in my lane, and there's a lot of people in my lane that should be over here that are conscious of how they handle money and finances, and conscious of one last question I want to answer. It was about what's the benefit of financing and not paying cash? Well, any situation where you have a 0 point something and it's offered to finance, you should take that. Don't pay cash for that, because you can take that money and save it, put it on the market, and grow it over the course of that time. Put it in a CD. I know you've heard these things before, but because I did pay $73,000 cash for my Corvette C8, but that was because my excellent credit score of over 800 and great income of a substantial amount, no debt, no marks on my credit, wasn't good enough for GM at the time. They knew it was an expensive vehicle. It was a hot vehicle. Everybody wanted it at the time. So they were giving these stupid rates and people were financing it. And also people were paying more for that car. I got my C8 Corvette for under the MSRP, and I paid cash for it because they offered me a 9%, or 9.9 to be exact, or something like that. I was like, get out of here, you're crazy. And they didn't like that I paid cash for it, because the dealer had already agreed to sell it to me for under MSRP, and I got that in writing. Always get things in writing, folks, before you start talking about pricing and how you're going to pay for it. Even with the Tesla situation, if you get approved for that, or if you're trying to get the best deal, make sure the price is what you want it to be before you hit submit and pay that $250. But yeah, I paid cash for my Corvette, $73,000, and I only did that because I didn't want that silly rate of 9%. You go figure it out yourself what my interest would have been. $73,000 financed at a 9.9 for somebody with excellent credit and it's in a great situation. They wanted me to pay 9.9 on that. You'll figure that out. And you're going to say, whoa, you did the right thing by paying cash for that. But nonetheless, finance the car, man, at 0.99. Don't pay cash for the Model Y if you know you qualify for that great rate. Take that money and buy yourself something else. Put it on the market. Invest it. Do whatever you want to do with it. Just don't pay cash for the Model Y right now if you know you qualify. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed Tesla Talk. Is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday? What day is it? It's Tuesday. So it's Tesla Tuesday. Maybe I should make that a new segment. Should I make that a new segment? Tesla Tuesday? I don't like to commit to stuff like that because I just post whenever I want to freaking post. I don't work for anybody. I just turn this camera on and talk when I want to talk and just talk about whatever. I put out 4 videos in a day. I'll skip 2 weeks and then put out 1 video. I don't know. But if you like Tesla Tuesdays with Jay Will, let me know. I'll see you next video, guys. Take care.